Y.O.P.E is an experiment, first of all. And I think me and Luis started this project in general. And then later on, a bunch of friends came along and we started to make the music. I most likely compose it and then I'll give it to the guys and we experiment more arrange wise and stuff like that. It's based on, let's say, modern music with very much electronic influences sound wise.
So this performance is essentially going to be the history of Y.O.P.E in the sense that we started as jazz musicians and we are still jazz musicians, but we've gone with this project and the artistic direction of this project has gone in a different direction. So we still integrate these jazz and improvising elements, but we also have some more singer-songwriting songs.
So if I'm vibing with a person, I can invite them and we play along together or whatever. That's what we have with Sam now, aka Sam Nera. And yeah, that's how we do it. And with a bunch of other artists that just came along, like Antonio, Tony van Leuke. All these guys are great friends and are a great inspiration to the music. So without them, we cannot make this music, basically. I would say it's like an electronic experimental soundscape with breakbeats and beat related stuff. And it can go anywhere. There's basically, for me, we have the written parts or written out parts or whatever, but what happens in between there, we don't. That's my goal. We don't know what's gonna happen, and I want to be surprised by the musicians I'm playing with. That's the most important thing, and that is actually almost every time we are playing, that is happening. And then sometimes it goes right, sometimes it goes wrong, but most likely we end up together and having fun. Like that's for me the how I would describe the experience playing this stuff, I guess. And there's I have a lot of inspirations from the modern music, like Asalami, Rose, Joe Lois, to classical composers like Stockhouse or Stravinsky or whatever. Like these guys are great inspirations for me, and everything that happened in between. For me, the most important part is the experiment and finding new things. For us, like maybe have been done already, but like it's more for us, I think, the experience of surprises.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. Just experiment. Just jump off the cliff. Just take the risk and
see what happens. If there's a mistake happening, it's nice. It's not about making mistakes, but it's about what to do with those things, I guess. And I mean, that's generally also a normal reflection of life, I guess.
We all come from an academic jazz background, if you can call it that. But Anton is really into Jamaican and African music in general. Miguel is into like Lee Konitz and David Beanie and all these crazy saxophone players and other musicians. I'm into a lot of different stuff, like since 80s fusion and like really traditional hard bop from the 50s and 60s. And Y.O.P.E is into all this crazy tradition. I mean classical music, like not classical, modern classical, like 20th century modern music from great composers like Stockhausen and Messiaen and everything, and like blending all that together has proven challenging at times, but I think the end product I'm really proud of it.
Yeah. we're trying to take the traditions out of those things, but try to make it our own, which is can be very difficult and challenging, and it has been. Like there's been many discussions as how you can. It's not bad, but I mean it's always like difficult because we're searching, and that searching might be tough sometimes because we don't know
Definitely.
where we're aiming for sometimes as well, and that is that can be challenging also for the guys. Like, what are we doing now? Where are we going? And then I just try to convince them to trust the process and see where
Where it leads.
wherever it goes, it goes. Like, doesn't really matter. Like, I don't want to be put it in a corner. Like, you are this or whatever. I mean, we just go on with whatever we do. Yeah, it sounds weird maybe, but it's yeah, try and get more gigs and present our album is the goal right now because it's almost released and so yeah, that's I guess the main goal. But I'm already working with new musicians for another album or EP. We don't know yet, but yeah, and it's always been like that. It's just coming together, play music. Sometimes it's difficult. Luis lives in Portugal, so we have like we work in time frames. Like you're now there for 3 weeks. Let put all the gigs in those 3 gigs in those 3 weeks, and that can be challenging sometimes. But it's so far so good.
We're releasing our album on the 26th of February in Paradiso in Amsterdam, and we just had a nice week with 2 other gigs, and so yeah, this is really exciting. We're gonna release it next Wednesday, and yeah, it's gonna be fun to have all the friends and hopefully a lot of people there watching us.
Yeah, exciting but scary but fun but whatever. Yeah.
True.
I mean, we can all be a bit more nicer to each other. Not in the band. No, I'm not saying like we're fighting constantly. No, but in general, and I think my goal is to spread joy and love, and uh, also just say like yeah, everybody's going through the same shit, if I may say, and I think that's the fun thing about it. Once you realize everybody is almost doing the same things, but somewhere else in that way. Then, yeah, I don't know. We just want to spread joy and love. That's the most important part, I guess.